And we are live. What is going on, everybody? It's your boy AJ, and this is AJ Reacts 2. We are here for another monthly movie talk, and I have an awesome guest with me this month as well. We're gonna be just talking TV, movies, music, whatever comes to mind, movie news, anything that comes to mind. We're gonna be talking about it. Head down to the comments. Let us know what you guys have been watching this month and things like that. And we're going to get into it. I'm excited for this. So let's go. Jay from HeroHarrisonTalk, what's going on? Let us know about what you got going on, who you are. Let us know something.
Hey man, you know what it is. I hope you're doing well, AJ. I like that intro that you just had. I was like bumping in the background, but obviously I'm a new content creator. I'm really a big comic book fan. My main focus is comic books, pop culture, movies, games, TV, comics, anything that resolves in that area. You can follow me on Instagram at HeroHarrisonTalk, and you can follow me on Facebook, same thing at HeroHarrisonTalk. That's where I'm the most active. Got a lot of projects coming out as far as my podcast. That's what I'm really focusing on. I know AJ's, and I talked about this, I got to make a YouTube channel, so I'm probably going to start doing that soon. Lots of good stuff, man. I'm really excited to do my next podcast, which is going to be my Luke Cage history for Black History Month. So
let's go. Yeah, it is Black History Month. So happy Black History Month to everybody out there. And we got some black topics that we're going to be talking about tonight. And just by the way, if you guys are interested, everything, all of Hero Harrison Talk, his links are in the bio. So if you're interested in any of his podcasts, his Instagram, go check that out. It's down in the description. So you ready to get into this? We got some topics and that we're going to talk about. You ready to get into this, man? All right, let's go. So first off, wanted to talk about the Wakanda television show that got announced, and it's led by Ryan Coogler. What do you think about this, man? You excited for this? You feel like it's not needed? What are your thoughts?
No. I think it's needed, and I think this is great because, in my opinion, I like Ryan Coogler as a director. You know, he's directed Creed and many other films. Mm-hmm. So first off, shout out to him. Yeah. And I think that with this, it's going to open up more of the Wakandan history because, in comics, Wakanda's got invaded many times by different villains and stuff. So I think it's going to open up the world for more villains than just the history of Wakanda. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it's totally needed as well. Just kind of open up that world a little bit, get us some new perspectives in this space because it's a big place. So it's not just one story to be told. So I think that it could go very well. I do think so. And Ryan Coogler, as a director and creator himself, like Fruitvale Station, I think that was his very first film that he did, and that was an amazing film, and he really captured that film very nicely. I would say so. So shout out to Ryan Coogler, and I'm ready for this show. For sure.
Me too, man. Me too.
Mm-hmm. And on the same topic of Black heroes, what are some of your favorite Black heroes, man?
Oh man, so I got a lot, but I'll keep it short. So maybe like the top 3 to 5.
Yeah.
So really, not my number one, but I really like John Stewart, Green Lantern. Of course, I always post on my Instagram. Mm-hmm. Gotta love him, man. And shoot, man, this is so many. I like Black Goliath from Marvel. He's not really a character that's out there. Mm-hmm. And of course, I like Miles Morales. Who don't like Miles Morales? I mean, growing up, Black, everybody loves Spider-Man, so you want to see yourself as Spider-Man. So of course, Miles. Yeah. Definitely Miles.
Yep. And this Spider-Verse film that recently dropped was great. It was amazing. So
it was beautiful.
Yep. My wife entered the chat. Stacy, hey. And then Tony Movie Chappie, D9. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm doing good, man. And I am glad that you stopped by the chat. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah. So favorite Black superheroes. I would say right now, probably Static Shock. I'm very excited for a live action Static Shock film. I'm very interested to see what they do with that. I just saw that Static Shock they just put it out on HBO Max, the whole series, the original series, and I'm hyped for that. Yeah, I saw that and I added it to my watch list as soon as I saw it. So
yeah.
Did you grow up with Static Shock at all?
Oh, absolutely, man. You had to, because I mean, you know, I the only thing is that I probably didn't watch the last season because Fox at that time was trying to, like, you know, figure out what they're trying to do with their show. So I think a lot of them got canceled, or some of the, like, not all the episodes aired. So I must not been paying attention, but I've seen like the first like 3-4 seasons or whatever they had. So
yeah, I think it only went 4 seasons. So I can't really remember, but I think it only went 4 seasons. But yeah, it's a dope show. And I'm glad that it's on HBO Max. People have access to it now, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Any other ones you want to talk about before we move on?
Yeah, I met 2 other heroes actually I mentioned I had in my head was Steel, like Steel Superman.
Okay.
And, and then obviously, yeah, Bishop's one of my favorite heroes in Marvel ever, just because he's a time traveler. I like that. And Spawn. I gotta give a shout out to my man Spawn.
Yeah. I need to get more into these characters. I don't read a whole lot of comics, so I need to get more into these characters. I wish they would bring them to film, because that's where I'm into. That's what I'm into. So but I am going to get more into Black heroes and comics and stuff like that. But yeah, so Static's mine, and you had a whole lot of them. I know we're going to talk about it later, but Ironheart is another Black hero that I'm very interested in. I'm very intrigued to hear her story. So we'll get into that a little bit later. But moving on to the next topic, Jason Momoa as Knuckles in Sonic 2. Yo, what do you think about this? Do you enjoy Jason Momoa, in other shows or film or anything?
So Aquaman. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah, because I think he's a good actor. I think he's still trying to find his way. But yes, I do. This is just for me, this is an interesting choice. Someone I didn't expect. I was like, Jason Momoa. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just something was like, interesting.
Yeah, I would agree. I completely agree with you, because that wouldn't be the first person I think of for Knuckles. But then when I think about it, like, that's not a bad choice. It's just like kind of odd because it's not the first person you think of, like you said. But yeah, did you enjoy the first Sonic film? Did you see it?
Yes, I seen it. I loved it. I love the Sonic film. I thought it was really good, man. And what makes me happy about it is that Jim Carrey plays the villain, because it's been a long time since he's been out of Hollywood. I'm glad to see him come back. So.
Yeah, that movie really surprised me because I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did.
Me too.
It was actually like really funny, and Jim Carrey did a great job. And I forget what's the name of the guy who voiced Sonic? Ben Schwartz. Yeah, I saw him I watched him on Parks and Recreation. He played a character called John Ralphio.
John Ralphio. He's funny.
But yeah, like he did a good job, and I wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was, and I've rewatched it like maybe 2 or 3 times.
Parks and Rec is hilarious, man.
It is. It's a hilarious show. Hilarious. Okay, let me ask you this: so Parks and Rec or The Office?
Office.
Okay. Okay. I can respect that.
Barely though, because the Parks and Rec was like, it was the other Office. Like, if we didn't have The Office, it was Parks and Rec, So
basically, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. So Jason Momoa, I'm rewatching Game of Thrones right now, and he's in that, obviously. And it's just an interesting choice for them to use him as Knuckles, but I'm cool with it. I'm down with it.
Me too.
So looks like we got another comment here. Yeah, I would say it was a good casting as well. I would like to see him as that voice, or like hear his voice as Knuckles to really like feel it out. But ultimately, I'm down with it.
I feel like they're gonna give him a booming voice, like a
yeah. They might like maybe distort it a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because from what I remember from like Sonic X, the television show, it's kind of like a little like grungy, but I feel like his voice might be that. So I don't know. We'll see.
I agree.
So Snyder Cut. That's a big thing. Speaking of Jason Momoa, Snyder Cut. How you feel about Snyder Cut, man? I know there's a lot of buzz going on about this film. What are you thinking, man?
Man, AJ, I could talk to you about this all day, but I'm gonna keep it short.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I love Zack Snyder as a director, first off. And I knew that when Justice League first came out in 2017, that it was not Zack Snyder's vision, it was Joss Whedon, because he has some family problems and stuff. But now that we actually get to see his vision, I'm so excited. A lot of people are like, it's 4 hours. I'm like, but it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a great 4 hours. Yeah. And I pretty much feel the same way as you. I do enjoy Zack Snyder as a filmmaker, but that 4 hours, that is, I wish, what I wish they had kept it as a 4-part miniseries, because they were going to do that, and then they were going to drop it as a 4-hour movie, and I would have watched it as the miniseries, because that's just how I digest things. I like things in episodes, in like episodic form, but I'll probably just watch it like that anyway. I'll probably pause it and then, go do something and come back to it or whatever. But I am excited for it. I'm gonna watch it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like to actually see his vision on screen is gonna be dope. Certain vids, what's going on? What's up? Thank you for stopping by the stream.
What's going on?
But I wanted to talk to you about like your most anticipated films of 2021. Do you have like a list, or just a top 3 maybe films that you're really excited for this year?
Oh yeah, man. Godzilla vs. Kong next month.
Yeah.
You already know.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
What we got? I'm obviously Black Widow.
Okay.
And
I got some thoughts on Black Widow, but go ahead.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
Mainly Marvel movies, but you got other movies. I think The Matrix is coming out by the end of the year.
I think by December we're gonna get Matrix 4.
Yeah, and Mortal Kombat movie, man.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, there's gonna be a trailer for that tomorrow, right?
There's gonna be a Mortal Kombat trailer for tomorrow.
Mortal Kombat trailer. So I might do a reaction to that. I don't know. And there was a trailer that dropped today, Cruella. Did I say it right? Yep. Cruella. Yeah. So and I put it out on a poll on my Instagram to see if people actually want to see me react to it, because I'm not a huge fan of Cruella. I'm just gonna say that I'm not a huge fan of 101 Dalmatians. I just never really got into it. There's those movies out there that everybody loves, and you're like, I never really got into it. So that was me. How do you feel about Cruella?
I'm kind of on the same page as you. I'm not like excited for it, but I think it's one of those films that can give the story about the 101 Dalmatians a little bit more of an understanding, because we did see Cruella in these films, but we didn't really see too much of her lifestyle. We saw a little bit.
Yeah, and I guess we'll probably get her perspective more in this film, since it is centered around her. We got Maleficent film, Angelina Jolie, Maleficent, and we kind of got to see her perspective, and I really enjoyed those movies. Those were my movies, and I never really watched Sleeping Beauty as a kid, but watching Maleficent, I really had an appreciation for the character.
AJ, I'm gonna say this: the second one was like, that is not a kids movie. The way people were getting obliterated in that movie. No, I'm sorry. Like, kids should not be watching.
Yeah, I felt the same way, and the second one definitely did take a different approach, and I don't know. It was definitely lesser than the first one, but I still liked it. I like both. Yeah, and I didn't know if I was gonna. I didn't think I was gonna like that movie at all. It surprised me. I love when movies surprise me.
Me too.
So yeah, this hard transition here. Gina Carano, sorry. She got fired from Star Wars Mandalorian, and she had some things to say on Twitter. And Disney saw what she said, and they let her go. They said, nah, no more. So what do you think about this, man? What do you think about her letting go Cara Dune?
I mean, it was the right thing to do, I think, just because you can't really compare Nazis to, to other real life.
You probably shouldn't. Yeah, and she was kind of on their radar as well. Like anyway, she has said some things in the past that were kind of questionable, and then this came out, and they said that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. I feel like I think she's like trying to do some film or something like that. She's trying to come back, but her talent agency actually dropped her as well. And
oh wow.
Yeah, so she's still trying to do stuff, but I think the first thing she probably needs to do is come out and apologize. I think that would probably be the first thing that she the best next step. But yeah, I don't know if she's gonna do that.
I don't think she will. I think she's gonna try to just find her way back into Hollywood, and
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, what did you think about her character on The Mandalorian? Did you care for it?
See, that's the thing. At first, no, but as the second season started growing me, I won't spoil it. She did grow on me a little bit.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, in the show, I think that there's still something about her I didn't trust. I didn't trust anybody in that show.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I actually enjoyed Cara Dune's character. In the first season, she was decent, and then she really showed herself in the second season, and I really did like her character. But when I heard about the news, I was just like, she kind of did it to herself.
Yeah. Can't really. Yeah,
sucks to suck, but but anyway, moving on. It's kind of a little bit all over the place, but Wanda Vision. Have you been watching that? Have you been keeping up with that?
Oh, absolutely, man, absolutely.
If not, this is a huge spoiler right here.
I hope you're keeping up with Wanda Vision.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I love Wanda Vision. I mean, I'm the biggest Marvel fan you'll probably ever meet, AJ. So you already know that.
Yeah, I do. I know you into the heroes. You enjoying it so far? Or you feel like it's what are your thoughts generally about the series?
So really, without spoiling it if people haven't seen it, I just think that it's the evolution of it. Like the Marvel does a great job of keeping things mystery, and then like open up this world of like thinking that's one thing, but it's really not. So that's why I like about them, because everyone has these theories and stuff, but we don't know what's going to happen. And I like the mystery of it, because some people try to figure out shows and are like, oh, I need to know now. But it's like, no, if you wait, it's going to be all your questions are going to be answered. So
I think I love it.
Show. I love it.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the biggest things about this show, that it's a mystery. It's a true mystery, because there's things that we want to know. We want answers to the questions, and they kind of string us along a little bit each week. But it gets better each week, in my opinion. Like each week, it's been getting better and better. Do you feel the same way? You think it's getting better and better, or are there some episodes not so good, some episodes good?
Oh no, every episode it just got better and better. Even from the first 3, people are like, it's slow, but I'm like, nah, this is getting good.
That's what I agree. And then we get into episode 4, 5, 6, and I'm on board completely.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So Jake in the chat, thank you for stopping by, Jake. Judas and Malcolm and Marie were great. The little things, not so much. We'll get into those. Have you seen all those, Jay?
I have seen all of those, actually. I really like Judas and Messiah was good. I think that Daniel Kaluuya did a really good job portraying Fred Hampton. So
he did a great job.
And Malcolm Marie is actually something different that I did not expect, and I liked it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
the little things, yeah, I see why Jake said that because I can't really. There's a lot of questions weren't answered at the end,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah.
that's what I'm gonna say. I want to
Yeah.
spoil it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I agree. I had to binge. You texted me, you messaged me these movies, and I'm like, I haven't seen any of those, so I had to binge. But I watched all of them, and we'll get into them a little bit deeper a little bit later. But Tony said the last 3 episodes were fantastic. I agree. The last 3 episodes of WandaVision have been fantastic, and I'm ready for the last 3. And I really hope that they can give us everything that we need at the end.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, these last 3 episodes are going to be an hour long, and they've been kind of like 20 minutes to half hour so far. So I'm ready for that. I'm ready for those hour-long episodes.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, speaking of Malcolm and Marie, and we'll kind of get into that now. This is a film that came out this month, right? February, and it was filmed during quarantine last year with Zendaya and John David Washington.
Yeah.
And yeah, so what do you this movie was kind of wild. I watched this movie today, and this movie was kind of wild. Not what I was expecting. I did not see the trailer for it, even though I put together that little promo or whatever. I didn't actually sit down and watch the full trailer. And it caught me by surprise. And yeah, I'm gonna let you take it. What are your overall thoughts about Malcolm and Marie?
Okay, well, first off, AJ, you're a busy man, so you got a lot going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly liked it. It was a different take. I like how it's filmed in black and white. And seeing these two, like the chemistry they had was extraordinary to me. I liked it a lot.
Yep.
So I've never seen too many films like this, and it kind of like by the time I was trying to like see what was going on, like the movie was over. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt the same way. I was taken off guard because I didn't exactly know what the film was about. But as it kind of progressed, as I was kind of getting into it, kind of getting immersed in their world, I realized that this is kind of like just character depth, character development, just kind of immersing you in their relationship with other people, along with each other. And yeah, it was dope. And I heard a lot of negative reviews that it was overhyped, that it had lack of plot, too much shouting. Why is he eating the mac and cheese so aggressively? But I liked it for what it was, man. I liked it for what it was. The mac and cheese part didn't bother me.
I feel because AJ, I'm not gonna lie, I would eat mac and cheese like that
too. Yeah. So yeah, Malcolm and Marie. If you had to give it a score, what would you give it? Out of 10. Out of 10.
Out of 10, I give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Still some. I mean, there's still some things that I guess you can add or take away from the film. But I mean, I want to give it a pretty decent score, 8 out of
10. Yeah. Okay. I feel that. I would probably give it a 9 because it did kind of it was thought provoking in a way that I wasn't expecting it to be. It kind of like got me to think about my fundamental values, and when a movie could do that, I give it props. So I'll probably give it a 9. But yeah, so that was Malcolm and Marie. It was a good movie, and I feel like it might not be for everybody, but it was for me for sure.
Definitely, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. So moving on, Judas and the Black Messiah. What did you think about this film? This dropped on HBO Max recently, last Friday, I think. Maybe last Friday.
Yep.
So what did you think about this film?
Man,
I know you mentioned Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh man, it was powerful. Here's my thing, AJ. I'm not really the one to watch movies that are portrayed by actors about real life events. I'm more of a documentary kind of guy because it's the real thing, and I like hearing people's perspective on it while looking at the history. Yeah. But with this incorporated into a different view, I liked it, man. I think that it was done pretty well. I mean, Hollywood can't pinpoint every single thing, but for what it was, I thought as far as what history did, it taught people, and I enjoyed seeing Daniel Kaluuya as Fred Hampton.
Yeah, I agree, and I think Daniel Kaluuya knocked it out of the park. I know there had been some complaints that Fred Hampton was 21, and Daniel Kaluuya, he looked a little older than 21. He's not as young as he was, but I think he portrayed the the role great. And I haven't seen much footage of Fred personally, but I just thought it was a really powerful role that he took. What do you think about Lakeith Stanfield's character and just role in this overall film? How do you think he portrayed it?
I think his role was he was good. Like I think he portrayed I forgot the character's name in real life.
Bill,
Bill. Yeah, thank
O'Neill.
you. Yeah, Bill O'Neill. Yeah. So with him in real life, yeah, he did do all that stuff. But what I didn't like is how you know how Hollywood tries to make the characters seem like they're innocent at times in certain situations.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to make us feel something. But again, I mean that's film in general.
Mm-hmm.
But for him, I didn't feel sorry for him because that's messed up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So, but I thought he did a good job as far as like portraying a rat, a snitch,
mm-hmm.
whatever you call him.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I think he did a good job as well. Lakeith Stanfield, I think, I don't know. I've seen him in a few films now. I know he was in Get Out. There was had a little bit of a Get Out reunion in this movie because we had Daniel Kaluuya, Lakeith Stanfield, and Lil Rel was in it a little bit later in the film.
Yeah,
and we had a little Get Out reunion there, which was kind of funny. But Lakeith overall as an actor, I want to see him in more stuff. I haven't seen him in everything he's been in, so I kind of want to see more from him. I saw him in The Photograph. That's kind of a romance film with Issa Rae.
I saw that too.
And I thought that was a decent film. I thought he portrayed a character well. But I feel like I need a little bit more from him, a little bit more oomph from the actor. I know he was also in Atlanta.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, so he was in Atlanta too. I saw some episodes of that, and I kind of want to see more from him. That's all. I
agree with you, AJ. It's just for a simple fact. I see what you mean. I mean, it's not because he's a bad actor. I think he's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
But I still think that there's something missing as far as like what role is being given to him.
Yeah.
He needs to unleash whatever it is that he got, because we're seeing him kind of in these chill, laid back roles. But I think there's something more to him.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think it's just kind of like a little bit of untapped potential. I think there's a film called Sorry to Bother You or something like that he's in, and I haven't seen that. So I can't really speak from that film. So he might be that film for him, but I don't know. I don't know yet. And then we got some folks in the chat. Mac Movie Reviews. I felt this was an art house COVID film. Oh, talking about Malcolm and Marie. I kind of felt that too a little bit, but ultimately, I think it was very thought-provoking, and I think people really didn't want to immerse themselves in the film. I think they just wanted to see what was on screen and not really look inwardly. And I'm not knocking anybody, but I just feel like people weren't really letting it, happen to them. They were wanting to just watch it for what it was.
I agree, AJ, because there's sometimes, I think some people always want to watch for the entertainment aspect, and instead of just like, thinking deeper into the story. And this movie is for thinking a little bit outside the box.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And then Max says Judas and the Black Messiah was a tremendous film, and I thought it was really good. I thought it was good, for sure.
It was.
But yeah, so moving on. So, okay, before we move on, what would you give this film out of 10?
You know what? I'm actually going to have to give this one an 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. Why is that? just give a general thoughts on why you chose that number.
Sure. Yeah, 8.5 because I feel like that, as far as the history, it was done pretty well. It's just there's some characters that were in there that Dominique Thorne was in that movie and she didn't really have a name for a character. I thought she was
Hmm.
one of the members of the Panthers, but
Yeah.
she was just a character in there for just like for relief, I guess, or whatever. Just have more black characters, which is great.
Yeah.
But I want to see a little bit more history be added into who those characters are if you put them in there.
I
So
agree. And I agree. And I think I'm gonna give it a little bit a lesser score, a 7.5 for me, because although I do think this movie was good, I think some of the messages and things got glossed over. Like the history of it got a little glossed over by Hollywood. And also, I just think there should have been a little bit more depth in the film. But those are kind of nitpicks. They're not like fundamental issues that I have with the film. But I will give it like a 7.5. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Probably won't rewatch it because I'm kind of like you, but where I don't watch a whole lot of films that portray like real people. But that's just how it is. That's
yeah,
just how it
yeah.
is. Um,
Because sometimes it takes the not the reality out of it, but it takes like the information that was the real information out of it and into something else, which is fine
yeah,
because film is film. But
yeah. Keep the history. Preserve the history. That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
Yeah. So moving on, we won't have to talk about this next one very long, since we both kind of have some of the similar feelings about it. So what do you think about The Little Things, the latest film from Denzel, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto? What do you
Uh,
think about this film?
so you know what? It was like I was so sucked into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like without spoiling it, when I got to the end, I was just like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel the same way. Exact same way. I was like, this was not satisfying.
Yeah.
I thought that it would be a little bit more satisfying. Denzel, I think he did a really good job for what he was given. I just think the overall script of this film, and just like the pacing, and just the sequences of events that happen in this movie, just were a little lackluster. They were just not as interesting as I hoped.
Yeah. And
Um,
yeah.
yeah. And I was expecting like this gritty, kind of grimy crime film, and that I got that in some areas, and then other areas they made me like wait, and it was just like lingering. And I was like, got on my phone a little bit, maybe dozed off a little bit. It was that one of those kind of films that just weren't, it didn't hit the mark like I expected it to.
I agree. Yeah, it's just it is one of those films like where you really get so sucked in from right from the beginning
Hmm.
and like you don't trust anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And you try to figure out who's who, what's what, and what's going on.
Hmm.
And it's just it was kind of disappointing to me.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
especially the way things played out without giving anything away.
yeah,
It just didn't really satisfy. Number rating for this one out of 10.
man, AJ, I'm probably going to go lower. I'm probably going to go like a 6.57, man.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
was gonna say 6. I was gonna say 6.
yeah.
So yeah, that's the little things. Just kind of like a little mini review. So moving on, we were talking about Dominique Thorne, and she's cast as Ironheart. And I'm excited for this show. I want to know more about this character, and I think I'm gonna hit the comics for this one before the series comes out because I don't know hardly anything about this character. I
Hit
just
me
know
up.
that, yeah. You said hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give us maybe just like a brief little history about Ironheart.
Yeah, sure thing. Just brief history. So when Iron Man died in the Marvel universe and in the comics, So technology was found all over the place, and Riri Williams was the one who actually found the last of Iron Man's tech, and he had all of his conscious in his inside the suit. So so basically, when she started building the suits again and stuff, she would be able to talk to Iron Man through like a consciousness.
Okay.
And Tony kind of like is not like a guide, but he helps her and just tells her, hey, like this is how you use the technology, blah blah blah. But other than that, you got to figure it out for yourself. But it's just pretty much the adventures she goes on as being Ironheart. So
yeah, so this is gonna be a Disney Plus series, right?
yes.
Do you feel like they're gonna integrate this series into the MCU in the films? Do you feel like maybe like Young Avengers or something like that?
And yes, I do. Yes, because we are starting to see a lot of Young Avengers get cast. Kate Bishop just got cast. We saw
Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, Miss America and Kamala Khan got casted. So we're starting
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Miss Marvel. Yep.
Yeah, that's dope. And I'm looking forward to this new generation of Avengers because, you know, we had our Avengers for so long and, you know, everybody pretty much knows what happened at the end of Endgame. We kind of lose some and, you know, it's time to start anew. And I think I'm excited for it. I'm pumped for it.
Young Avengers are coming, man. They're coming.
Yeah. So moving on to our next one, Shang Chi. Yo, I don't really know much about this either. And you know about, you know, a lot of heroes and stuff. So give us a brief history of this as well.
Okay, so brief history on Shang-Chi really is just he is the son of Master Pandemonium, and he basically is a hero set out on an adventure to regain like his father's like lost souls and stuff.
Okay.
So but his father ends up betraying him. And I'm sorry, Master Pandemonium is not his name. I forgot his father's name, but he goes on a quest to find his father's lost souls, and then he ends up getting betrayed, and his father takes those souls and tries to use it for evil and stuff. So
okay. Cool. I think we got some comments here. Let's see. My sister in the chat. Hey y'all. Good convo. I love DW. So talented. He was amazing skill. Who's DW? I love DW.
DW.
Who are we talking?
I'm trying to think too.
I'm trying to think of who
DW
talking about. If you're still in the chat, Ebony. Oh, Denzel.
Oh,
Denzel Washington. I was like, wait, who? Denzel Washington. Yeah,
he's talented, extremely talented.
He is. Fences is one of my favorites of his. And that's kind of recent. I think that came out in like 2015, 2016. Then I recently watched the huge one that he Ethan Hawke.
Oh yeah.
Training Day. Love that film.
Great movie.
Film Explorer. Oh, Film Explorer. What's up, man? Awesome cast, not so good movie. AJ, bro, good to see you again. Yes, I'm back. And thank you for stopping by. And the casting for, I think he's talking about The Little Things, which had a pretty good cast with Rami Malek and Denzel and Jared Leto, but the film, not so much.
Yeah.
Denzel. Okay. Okay. He killed Fences. He did. He
Fences
really did.
Great.
It is great.
Movie.
Great.
He plays great too.
And Viola Davis, man. Whew.
She don't get enough credit, man.
She doesn't. She really doesn't. She like one of the best actresses out here. Yeah, for sure. But so Shang-Chi, and yeah, I don't know how I feel, how excited I am about it. I'm glad to get another Marvel film, but this particular one might be a little bit lower on my anticipation level. Wait, are you like excited for this one a lot, or?
I really am, man, because I think what it's gonna do is because this movie has to do with Iron Man Iron Man series, the first 3 films. So there's a
Okay.
lot of stuff being thrown out there. So it's going to connect all that. And I'm very excited.
Okay. Okay. Are we getting this year or 2022?
I think I'm not sure. I think we're getting it this year. That's what they said because Eternals is supposed to come out this year too. But
Yeah, I knew Eternals was gonna come out, but I didn't know if Shang Chi did. Oh, it was okay. Cool. Cool. Um, maybe when they drop a trailer, my anticipation level will get a little bit higher. But I just don't know the history as well. So
yeah, I read today that Marvel might or is going to start releasing information every week as
oh,
far as news and stuff. So for
okay.
the rest of the year.
Okay. Let's go. I'm ready for that.
Me
I'm
too.
ready. Give me some content to talk about for sure. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Speaking of Marvel, we getting that next month. I think March 19th is the first episode, right? Maybe. I can't remember it exactly,
Yep,
but
March 19th.
Yeah, so we're gonna get that pretty soon, man. What are your thoughts and anticipation level? Where's your head at with Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Oh man, I'm excited for it. There's so much going on in this show, and I expect to see a lot of modern day stuff. Like, we're going back to the modern day, and that's what I'm really excited for. So it's going to push the story even further, and I like seeing this duo together because they're great together, and they're going to be funny. So I can't wait.
Yeah, I think they balance each other out pretty nicely. That's what I mentioned in my trailer review, but I never really was a huge fan of Bucky Barnes. Winter Soldier was not my favorite, but I told myself I'm gonna stop the Bucky bashing. I'm gonna stop it until I see the show where they give me more of them, where I can see more of his character development, character depth. That's really what I want from him. So if I'm still not feeling him after the show, I'm gonna go back to talking bad about him. But but yeah, so yeah, I'm excited for the show. I'm ready for this duo, and I heard that we're gonna get 6 episodes, about an hour each. So I'm ready for it. Anything Marvel, man, I'm pretty much down for.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So anticipation level pretty high, pretty high.
definitely.
Do you think that Zendaya's attractiveness contributed to your enjoyment of Malcolm and Marie?
I don't know. I'm gonna be real, man. Like I mean, I think to me, she's like a friend. She ain't really like I'm not really into her like that. So I just want to see the movie.
Yeah,
I think she's a brilliant actress, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think she is. First and foremost, she's a brilliant actress. If you've seen Euphoria, you know that she is so great of an actress. In this film, she took my breath away with the dialogue, how it was presented, and things like that. So attractiveness, I mean, she's attractive, but I'm not, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I think that the performance showed it all.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Sam Jr. in the chat. What's going on? What's going on? So yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And yeah, so we've reached all of our topics. So this is the part of the show where we kind of talk about what we've been watching lately and just recommendations to the audience. What you've been watching lately? Have you been watching any shows, movies, things like that?
Oh man, yeah, I'm watching a lot. I've been watching a lot of Hulu shows, man.
Okay. What you been watching?
I've been watching I watched What We Do in the Shadows. I just finished that.
Okay. And that's Taika.
Yeah,
Taika,
yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. That show is hilarious, man. I see why people like Ragnarok.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to check that one out. I have not seen it, and I've been told to watch the movie because there's a movie, and then there's a show, obviously on FX, but I have not seen that one. I gotta check it out. What else you been watching on Hulu, man?
Man, there's so much. I've been watching a lot of movies, mainly the ones we talked about. And I'm trying to think of some other moment, but I've been going back and forth on Disney Plus and Prime and stuff. I watch a lot of stuff on Prime.
Okay. I think is it One Night in Miami on Amazon Prime? Have you seen it?
I did watch that. Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen that one yet. I am excited to see it. I started to put it on today, but I didn't get around to it. So I'm gonna check that one out before the month is out for sure.
Okay.
I heard a lot of great things about it. Regina King's debut for directorial debut. So I'm excited for that. I watched what's the movie Willy's Wonderland today with Nicolas Cage. I don't know if you heard of it. It's just, oh man, it's like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids. It's bad, man, and it's a bad movie. I wouldn't recommend it, but like if you enjoy like just silly horror / thriller, it might be the movie for you. There was a movie that came out a couple years ago called The Banana Splits, and it was similar. It had like those same kind of Chuck E. Cheese robots, like kind of killing people and stuff. It's just really goofy, really.
So
goofy
kind of like
movie.
a Mars Attacks movie.
Yeah, definitely. Killer clowns from outer space.
Yeah, Sharknado.
Yeah, exactly. So if you like those films, yeah, you might want to check that one out. Let's see what else I've been watching. I saw Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell for the first time. That one came out in 2015, and that just kind of flew under my radar until recently. It was on HBO Max, so I just checked it out. Very silly movie. It was funny though. Yeah, if you're into those like raunchy comedies or whatever, that's one that I recommend. And it's Black History Month, and it was Valentine's Day this month, so I've been watching kind of some black romances, Love Jones, Brown Sugar, Sylvie's Love, and then last month I watched Poetic Justice for the first time. And so yeah, and also Photograph came. I didn't watch Photograph, but I know that's also one that came out in on HBO Max. So if you guys are looking for like a romance, black romance, those are some good ones to watch. Sylvie's Love. Huh? I
got 2 other suggestions for you, AJ.
Okay. Throw them out.
You should check out Queen and Slim if you haven't seen that.
I've seen it. Yes. Okay. That's on HBO Max as well.
Okay, cool. And then Black and Blue if you haven't seen that.
Is that's a film or a show?
That's a film.
Black and Blue. Let me look it up.
Yeah, Black and Blue. And then I was gonna say if you haven't seen 21 Bridges, that's another good Chadwick Boseman film.
I haven't seen that one. I need to see it. I need to watch 21 Bridges. And I have seen Black and Blue. I saw that in the theaters actually when it came out in 2019. And that one was a good one. It caught me off guard. I didn't expect for it to be as good as it was, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Let's see. I need to see Queen and Slim. Yeah, it's a little heavy. It's a little heavy, but it's good. It's a good movie. Daniel Kaluuya. And yeah, it's a good film. But it's a little heavy. If you're worried about that. So just a little bit of a heads up.
You gotta be in that mood.
Yeah, you gotta be in that mood for kind of like a gritty film. But yeah, so I think that pretty much wraps up the show. One last time, let the people know where they can find you, man, and what you got coming on your page and on your channel. Yeah, let them.
Of course, man. Yeah. So thanks for letting me come on the show first off, and you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook at HeroHarrisonTalk because that's where I'm most active. I just made a TikTok page, so you can follow me on there. Same thing, hero.harrison. And also make sure you follow us on For the Blurred Shirt. It's our other little group that we have as far as doing pop culture and news. We got a bunch of podcasts coming. We got a bunch of stuff coming. I got a Luke Cage podcast coming probably the next couple weeks here. And then we got another podcast coming this week. So that's going to be on some more Marvel stuff. And we do Wanda Vision live on For the Blurred Shirt every Saturday, 7 p.m. Mountain Time here in Colorado. But that's all I got for you, AJ.
Yeah, man, I got all of his, links down in the description. So if you guys are interested in anything he's got going on, check him out. And I'm AJ. You're already on my YouTube channel, but you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Letterboxd, all that stuff. AJREACTS2 all across the board. And, I talk movies, TV, music, all kinds of stuff like that. So if you're into that kind of stuff, check me out. And, I think that's all we got to say. So We out. Later.
See you.